LEX 18 News.
Mayor of Lexington announces a grant program to prevent gun violence. More on the program coming up. Plus, a woman accused of hitting and killing someone on a Scott County road while under the influence appeared before a judge this morning. And 2 people were taken to the hospital after a semi burst into flames on the Bluegrass Parkway in Anderson County. This is LEX 18 News at noon, and it starts right now. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dia Davidson.
I'm Chris Goodman, and we begin here at noon with some breaking news. Charges have been dropped against Adnan Syed, the man whose murder case gained national attention from the podcast Serial.
The Baltimore City State Attorney's Office dropped the charges today. Syed was released from prison last month after his conviction was overturned because trial prosecutors did not properly turn over evidence to defense lawyers that could have helped them show that someone else killed his former girlfriend, Hai-Min Lee.
Lee was 18 in 1999 when she was killed, and her body was found buried in a Baltimore park. Syed was sentenced to life in prison. Lexington's mayor and the director of One Lexington held a news conference this morning continuing to address crime and violence impacting the city.
They announced prevention grant funds they hope will make an impact. LEX 18's Rachel Richardson has more. It's today's big story at noon.
I'm here in downtown Lexington where Mayor Linda Gordon and the director of One Lexington, Divine Karama, are having a press conference talking more about gun violence prevention grant programs here in the city. One Lexington, which was created in 2017, works with youth and young adults to address the increase of crime and violence in the city, and $150,000 has gone into the program, and the city has also gotten an additional $30,000 from Cities United for victims of gun violence and that are leaving jail.
The mayor in One Lexington has been working on this over a year. We just finally secured our partnership with Community Action Council to be able to distribute these funds. And so as the homicides continue to climb, as we get towards the end of the year, we felt, even though it'd be a quick turnaround, that it's important that we get these resources into the hands of the organizations doing the work.
City leaders say they've been working on these grants for more than a year, and they truly believe that this is what's necessary to begin helping the city. I'm in Lexington. Rachel Richardson, LEX 18 News.
A Scott County woman charged with driving under the influence when she hit and killed a man on the side of the road was in court today.
LEX 18's Michael Burke reports.
It's been 2 months since Teresa Elam was charged with driving under the influence. This morning, she appeared in Scott County District Court for an arraignment. Police say Teresa Elam and her car smelled of marijuana on the night she allegedly struck a pedestrian who had stopped to clean up some debris on the road in Georgetown. In addition to the possession charge, Elam was cited for driving without a license. But today we learned the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office is likely going to add a homicide charge, and because that charge hasn't yet been finalized, Elam was dismissed this morning without entering any plea and told to return on December 13th. On that police report, the arresting officer wrote that Elam appeared unsteady and confused. In Scott County, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
2 people are hurt after an 18-wheeler caught fire this morning on the Bluegrass Parkway in Anderson County. It happened before 6:30 this morning in the eastbound lanes on the Kentucky River Bridge. Officials say the 2 victims inside the truck were taken to UK Hospital with minor burns. The Anderson County Fire Department says no other cars were involved. The cause is still unknown. Officials say some diesel spilled into the river, but there is no concern. There are empty cans of Mountain Dew also scattered all over the highway, but officials say the wreck could have been worse.
If he'd have had a hazardous load or a flammable load and burned his bridge to that point, it could have been shut down for months for repairs. If he'd have went a little farther over the bridge, we could be working river operations instead of on top of the bridge.
And just to let you know, westbound lanes on the Kentucky River Bridge are reopened at this point. Eastbound traffic, though, is still shut down. Turning now to the weather, and it is another spectacular fall day in the Bluegrass.
Sure is, but of course, there's some changes on the horizon. Meteorologist Tom Ackerman joins us now with the latest on our forecast.
And some positive changes in precipitation standpoint there because
we need it.
We're going dry, yeah. Yes. So anything would be wonderful. Now, we're talking tomorrow, not today. So, yeah, we've got one more real keeper out there before things get unsettled tomorrow. Lexington, you've got some of that high high, thin cloud cover. You've got a temperature in the upper 60s. You've got humidity way down. The dew point's over at 40 degrees, so that is some very dry air in place. But the wind's also out of the south. It'll get a little breezy this afternoon, then just flat out gusty tomorrow out ahead of a cold front that will bring that rising chance for not just showers, possibly some thunderstorms as well. 70 in Frankfurt already. You've got some mid-60s into our southeastern counties. Satellite imagery, you've got to look to see it, but that very just kind of hazy gray color, that's an indication of some of that high, thin cloud cover that's building in. The more uniform clouds back to the west associated with some of the ongoing showers that are there. That'll all stay off to our northwest today. So we're in for a beautiful day. Just a little more cloud cover than we saw yesterday. Mostly it'll eventually partly sunny skies. Those clouds starting to fill in a little bit by later on this afternoon. 3-day forecast shows the wind picking up as well as the rain chance picking up. And it's not just rain. We may have some stronger storms thrown into the mix. And yeah, there's a cool down to follow. We'll have some ups and downs heading into the weekend as well that we'll check out in your 8-day forecast.
All righty, Tom, thanks so very much. Russia continues to launch airstrikes today all across Ukraine. It comes one day after its military unleashed a barrage of deadly attacks against civilians as well as key infrastructure in 15 Ukrainian cities.
In retaliation for a blast that damaged a key bridge connecting Russia to the annexed Crimea. Cal Perry reports now from Kyiv.
This is a capital city waking up weary after a long night of air raid sirens and the sounds of rockets being struck out of the sky. At least 2 rockets knocked out of the sky by air defense systems over the Kyiv region. 16 knocked out of the sky this morning across the country, but some rockets hitting targets in and around the city of Zaporizhzhia. We understand 12 rockets impacting this morning. At least 1 person is dead there. A dozen or so others were wounded in the western city of Lviv. The power is out this morning after infrastructure targets hit there once again. As I said, though, this capital city waking up and trying to survey the damage from yesterday's strikes. We're at the site where 1 rocket landed. It is a miracle that nobody was killed in this park yesterday morning, especially when you add to the fact that there's a children's playground here. You can see the cleanup has already begun. We've seen people coming here all throughout the day to survey the damage, but at the same time wondering if these attacks will continue. Cal Perry, NBC News, Kyiv.
Well, this year, Kentuckians will vote on 2 potential changes to the state constitution. Amendment number 2 will determine the future of abortion rights in Kentucky. If voters say yes, there would be new wording added to the Constitution stating there would be no constitutional protection for abortion rights in Kentucky. If voters say no, then constitutional protections for abortion will remain protected and safe. The other amendment before voters, number 1, it could give more power to the Kentucky General Assembly by allowing lawmakers to call themselves into special session and possibly extend the regular sessions to end later in the year. And today is a major deadline for Kentuckians wanting to vote in November's general election. The deadline to register to vote is this afternoon by 4. Now, there are a few options if you still need to get it done. You can do it in person at your local election office, online, or by mail, but it's got to be postmarked by today. Now, keep in mind, we are less than a month away from Election Day. Of course, that's November 8th. There will also be multiple ways Kentuckians can cast ballots. Registered voters can do it in person by excused absentee early voting. That's happening from October 26th to the 28th, and again from October 31st to November 2nd. In-person, no excuse absentee early voting is set for November 3rd through the 5th, and you can always vote in person on Election Day, of course, November 8th. Mail-in absentee ballots can also be returned to a ballot box or mailed by November 8th.
Florida Governor Ron Desantis is being sued over records associated with 2 charter flights that brought migrants to Martha's Vineyard. A government watchdog group in Florida filed a lawsuit yesterday seeking to force Governor DeSantis' administration to release records about those flights. The Florida Center for Government Accountability wants a judge to order the administration to turn over phone and text logs, as well as records exchanged with the company that set up the flights, and copies of the waivers signed by the migrants who were on the flights. The lawsuit alleges that DeSantis' office failed to produce several public records about the state's relocation program. A major railroad union has rejected a temporary agreement brokered by the Biden administration, renewing the possibility of a strike that could cripple the economy. Part of the deal reached last month granted rail workers a 24% pay increase, an annual bonus payment, and improved working conditions. But for the Brotherhood of Maintenance of Way Employees Division, that is not enough. The union voted against the tentative agreement, explaining that the deal does not do enough to address worker concerns about the lack of paid time off, among other issues. The union will delay any strike until 5 days after Congress reconvenes in mid-November to allow time for additional negotiations.
Well, tickets for UK's blue and white basketball game in Pikeville are now on sale for Eastern Kentucky flood victims. UK students from Eastern Kentucky can enter their zip code to get access to the presale offer. Tickets are limited, though, for 4 per household. And for more information, just head to our website, LEX18.com.
Now to a positively LEX18 update. It was the first day for Lexington's junior fire chief. 5th grader Reese Tomlinson won the honorary title for the week by writing an essay about the importance of having a safety plan. Fire Chief Jason Wells chose her to give his job a try. Tomlinson got to see how a fire truck works.
It was fun to touch the buttons because I felt like I was about to drive it.
Driver. And he steers
Lexington's junior fire chief program has educated and promoted fire prevention for kids in the city since the 1960s.
Now, here's something else cool. Airline tickets may go up just ahead of the holiday travel season, but will we continue to see flight delays and cancellations? That story is coming up after Storm Tracker meteorologist Tom Ackerman has a look at your full forecast next. But first, for our lottery players, tonight's Kentucky Mega Millions jackpot, 12th largest jackpot in the game's 20-year history. It's been building since someone won the $1.4 billion jackpot back on July 29th. So tonight's jackpot stands at $445 million with a $226 million cash payout, just if you wanted to know. And tomorrow night's Kentucky Powerball jackpot, $421 million. You got to play to win. We're back after the break.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you have or are eligible for Medicaid, please listen closely. You may be eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare with a 0 or low plan premium. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. WellCare provides access to essential benefits that go beyond original Medicare, such as dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage with free home delivery, free over-the-counter healthcare items, free groceries with the Healthy Food Card, free gym membership, and home-delivered meals. Plus, extra benefits like more access to care with free transportation and WellCare's telehealth services, including online doctor visits. WellCare is contracted with Medicare to provide plans that may be perfect for you. Call 1-866-907-9271. Now, that's 1-866-907-9271. WellCare, Medicare done well.
It's that time of year again, so I made the call. For 11 years, I've trusted Bryant for my home comfort. Routine checkups not only keep your system running efficiently, it can also prolong its life. My system gets regular maintenance, so I know that my furnace is going to perform its best, even in the worst condition. A trusted family-owned business since 1940. They've always been here for me.
Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $80.
Guys, when it comes to curb appeal,
your windows make it or break it.
And that's why windows are the best kind of makeovers.
They give your house a little pop.
A bit of pizzazz.
A dollary dazzle.
Make your house shine like new with easy replacement windows from the Window Source.
You can get a price right now at windowsourceofkentucky.com.
Check it out right now, guys. windowsourceofkentucky.com. Beautiful windows
that won't break the bank.
Scott County Public Library is turning 100. Join the celebration this Saturday with live music, activities for the entire family, and a penguin visit from the Newport Aquarium. Learn, know, gather, grow at the Scott County Public Library.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex. Unlike most sinus treatments, it provides instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex contains a powerful decongestant that targets congestion at the source. It relieves nasal congestion and soothes sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. For instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours, try Vicks Sinex. From Vicks, trusted relief for over 125 years.
LEX 18 News, chosen Best Evening Newscast by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
You need to enjoy our one last really nice day before we see some changes ahead. They're necessary changes because we really need some rain, but unfortunately, we will have active weather we got to deal with midweek. You saw the high, thin cloud cover, that beautiful view downtown. You can also see some rain just over my shoulder back towards central Illinois. These are showers that are kind of lifting north with a warm front. They'll stay off to our northwest today. We're still enjoying that high that's slid east, but eventually some of this will make it in here, and boy, do we need it. We are incredibly dry, and this cold front dropping in will eventually pop a strong to severe storm threat, a very low one, but one nonetheless, from Wisconsin down through Kansas City later on this afternoon into this evening. And then tomorrow, we have this marginal risk for severe storms. So this is something else we haven't seen for a while. In addition to active weather, showers and storms, we could see a few storms on the strong to severe side, damaging wind gusts. Cannot rule out an isolated tornado, although it is a very low threat. It's one of those environments where we'll have relatively low instability, but have enough wind shear that a few of these storms may show a little rotation. You can see some of the showers, the thunder showers lining up tomorrow. So this takes you into Wednesday morning, isolated showers around into the afternoon, especially that scattered development that you see out ahead of the cold front, the line ahead of the cold front. Those are the ones that we'll watch that could be on the stronger side. And then eventually as the boundary pushes through, it should solidify into a round of what could be potentially moderate to heavy rain for some into our eastern counties. And then everything rapidly diminishes overnight and we rapidly dry out into Thursday. Lexington has had 0.14 inches of rain in the last 29 days. So, loosely a month. We've had barely over an inch of rain, or a tenth of an inch of rain. Normally, in that time span, we'd have almost 3.5 inches, 3.4 inches of rain, just to give you an idea how dry it is. So rainfall amounts look to be heavier east. We had those scattered showers and storms out into the afternoon, so you can see how hit or miss the totals are. But then you get that line going through with the cold front into the afternoon and evening. Between that and the scattered stuff, some of our highest rainfall totals, 1/2 inch to 1 inch on the high end. Many folks would be much less than that. That could be into our southeastern counties, so you may get a good soaking out of it. 69 in Lexington. We'll also see temperatures rising tomorrow thanks to this. This is Wednesday. The wind sustained, 10, 15 miles per hour. We could see gusts 20, 30 miles per hour, so that's going to be the driving force behind getting up to around 80 tomorrow, but it's also going to usher in, of course, some of the moisture we're working with, and eventually the cold front goes through, the winds diminish, and things die down into Thursday, and the temperature drops. Our normal high, 71. We're pushing upper 70s to around 80, and then all of a sudden tanking into the low to mid 60s heading into the weekend. So this bubble of above normal warmth that we're enjoying midweek will go by the wayside. And the departure from normal, the blue is an indication of below normal temperatures. Look at Sunday into, well, especially the middle of next week, where we've been showing consistently, although it was a little deeper yesterday, a more widespread cold shot coming in potentially middle to the end of the week. So be ready for that as well. Could have a bigger cool down on the way as you get into next week. Of course, we're still trying to get into the middle of this one. For today, upper 70s, mostly to partly sunny, breezy and warm. Tonight down into the mid-50s, so nowhere near as cold as it's been. And then tomorrow it gets gusty. We'll also see that high around 80, have that shower and storm threat into the afternoon and evening. We're going to try to keep the Saturday evening game dry for the Cats, but the showers will be knocking on our door Sunday.
All righty, Tom, thank you. A new forecast predicts the cost of holiday travel going to shoot up this week as the Thanksgiving rush gets closer.
The big question, whether that ticket you pay for will be worth it after the cancellations we saw this summer. Pete Montine reports.
Thanksgiving travel is about to take off, and it will be the most expensive of the last 5 years. Travel site Hopper says tickets will cost 19% more compared to last year. The average domestic round-trip ticket, $274.
This Thanksgiving will be a very expensive holiday to travel, especially for travelers who are booking late.
Now the pressure is on airlines to avoid a meltdown like this summer when they canceled a total of 55,000 flights. Federal data shows 40% of all the cancellations were for reasons that the airlines could control, not weather.
It is abundantly clear that the majority of delays rest with the airlines.
While airlines insist the blame is on the understaffed air traffic control centers.
In the summer, we had shortages almost every day, and they can lead to hundreds of cancellations and delays.
Hiring is ramping up. The FAA is bringing on new air traffic controllers. American Airlines has hired more than 1,400 new employees since Labor Day. United has added more than 1,500 new pilots this year, and there are 3,000 new flight attendants at Southwest.
We're certainly with you. We're pushing on our airlines to not overpromise in the schedule so that we can actually deliver what we're selling to you.
Even still, carriers are cutting their fall schedules, a move Delta called a huge improvement in curbing summer cancellations and delays. Industry data shows American Airlines dropped 31,000 placeholder flights from its November schedule. For travelers, it all adds up to a travel season with fewer options and higher prices.
We're expecting to see chaos at the airports over the holidays, but American travelers have shown that they're resilient and they're willing to pay more and experience these disruptions to get back to see family and friends after 2 years of depressed travel.
Pete Montine reporting another risk of waiting too long to buy your flight isn't just higher ticket prices. Experts say the flight you want may be sold out.
Well, maybe this will help for travelers having trouble getting to the airport. Delta is offering a new solution. A flight from your neighborhood on an electric aircraft. The company invested $60 million into Joby Aviation to offer the transfers. According to Joby, the aim is to offer the service by using heliports or neighborhood Vestaports designed for aircraft to take off from or land vertically close to a customer's home. Well, it will use electric propulsion to make the aircraft as quiet as possible. Joby reports passengers will land at Vestaports located near an airport terminal, drastically reducing the amount of time it takes a passenger to reach the airport. Each aircraft can seat 4 passengers. Pricing hasn't been determined yet. Delta will begin offering the service in New York and LA in the next couple of years. Staff members dressed as ninjas were on hand today to welcome tourists at Kansai International Airport in Osaka, Japan.
The special treat came with the much-anticipated announcement that visa-free travel is resuming in Japan to bolster the weakened yen. A domestic travel subsidy program was also launched on October 11th, giving hope to the pandemic-battered tourism industry. Japan's prime minister pledged earlier this month that Japan will aim to attract 5 trillion yen in annual tourist spending. It is the season to start your holiday shopping. It's Prime Day.
Well, day 1, that is, of Amazon's new Prime Early Access Sale. Tuesday and Wednesday, you will find deep discounts exclusively for Prime members on everything from electronics, home and kitchen products, and must-have toys to beauty favorites, even top fashion picks. Prime Day typically only happens once a year in June, so this is a bonus sale for those hoping to save. One neighborhood in Tennessee has a family everybody wants to visit.
Yep, more on the bonuses family when LEX 18 News at Noon continues in just a minute.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage. And Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
The pain would shoot up my heels. I would tiptoe out of bed because my heels hurt so badly. When I went to the Good Feet store, I had a free consultation and free fittings. They allowed me to try on the arch supports. I walked around and I started sobbing because I had no pain. There were no gimmicks. It's just try them on. If it doesn't work for you, then don't buy them.
See if they work for you with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Let the winning streak begin as a new member at Red Mile Gaming and Racing. Sign up for our Winner's Circle Club today, and you can spin to win up to $1,000 free play. The rewards get bigger and better the more you play, with exclusive offers, members-only drawings and promotions, food specials, plus discounts at select local businesses. Win big on one of our 900 thrilling games, while earning points towards meals, hotel stays, and more free play. Visit redmileky.com for details.
This is not the America I grew
grew up in. I look at my invoices on a daily basis, and sometimes this has to be a mistake. It cannot have doubled from one day to the next. I don't recognize the store shelves being empty. I don't recognize gas prices what they are. In these difficult times, we absolutely need someone like Andy Barr fighting for us. Andy Barr gets results.
I'm Andy Barr, and I approve this message.
When she rolled up, I was shook. Like, the fit was giving main character energy, no cap. And I was being, like, real extra, you know? Exactly. It's whatever.
It may be difficult to understand everything your teenage daughter is saying, but with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Oh, snap. What's the 411? Hashtag cool dad.
Dad.
The Kentucky Lottery, over $4.4 billion in grants and scholarships. You're watching LEX 18 News at noon.
A Tennessee neighborhood has a Halloween tradition that people love so much that they schedule their vacations around it.
And it's different every time. Forrest Sanders went to the town of Clarksville to check it out for himself.
When it comes to Halloween, people in Clarksville have these traditions. The Fright on Franklin trick-or-treating event, Rocky Horror over at the Roxy Theater, Sarah Garcia's neighborhood. Wait, why is Sarah Garcia's neighborhood a tradition?
My neighbors said, you can't stop. You have to keep doing this. It's hilarious.
Every October, Elkmont Drive sees the return of the Bones family.
We have Mr. Bones. He is married to Mrs. Bones. Tiny is our dinosaur. We have Junior, who is riding Tiny, and then we have great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa Ugg. The Boneses are actually in the middle of planning their family reunion.
And what's amazing, Sarah sees to it, hey Mittens, this scene is changed every single day.
But we're also very careful to never repeat a scene.
Sarah says on Halloween night alone, they see more than 1,000 kids. Yeah, that's what I thought too. For about 10 years, this was a project between Sarah's family and her dad, Glenn Gustafson, a Vietnam veteran and a man of the theater.
I know he was in a production of Oklahoma.
That's Glenn in the middle. Glenn died last year, and Sarah thought about ending this tradition. But then she realized,
this is great.
Come down here, take pictures, enjoy the fun.
People love the Bones family far too much for them to stay buried.
He would tell me, when I died, just put me in the graveyard with the Boneses. So we did.
She's kidding. But there is a tribute to Glenn. One Sarah says her dad would love.
He would definitely be proud of it. There's moments where everything just comes together just perfectly, and I know that it's my dad smiling down on me.
Forrest Sanders reporting. Thanks so much for joining us at noon.
LEX 18 News at 12:30 is next.
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Geronimo to the rescue. Keep warm this winter with a real superhero from Fireplace Concepts, Central Kentucky's largest heat and glow and Monessen dealer. Let Geronimo keep you warm, and he'll be your superhero too. Fireplace Concepts. Home is where the heart is.
Many times when people are injured at a place of business, they don't realize they may have a case. The fact is, injuries should not happen. And most of the time when someone is injured, someone is at fault. Maybe the store manager installed a cheap, slippery floor, or there wasn't proper security. After an injury at a hotel, restaurant, store, or any place of business, it's so important to call us. Time matters, size matters. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things. It's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Count on LEX 18 News.
Rand Paul doesn't show up, so this isn't a surprise, but it is disrespectful.
He should apologize for advocating violence against me.
We will show you why Kentucky's candidates for U.S. Senate will not be holding a debate ahead of next month's midterm election.
And we are warming up over the next few days, but rain and a cool down are following closely behind. Your Storm Tracker forecast is coming up.
And how a former Kentucky Derby champ is making an impact off the track. This is LEX 18 News at 12:30. Good afternoon. I'm Angie Bevan. Kentucky voters will likely not see a debate in the U.S. Senate race this election. Senator Rand Paul says he doesn't want to be a part of one because he believes his challenger, Charles Booker, is, quote, advocating violence against him, end quote. He says Booker's campaign and supporters have mocked the 2017 incident in which Paul's neighbor tackled him over a yard dispute. That attack left Paul in the hospital with broken ribs and complications.
I was attacked from behind, struck once, unaware, with noise cancellation headphones on. And he thinks that, oh, this is some kind of spat, that this is no big deal. But he's mocked it in ads. He has invited people to celebrate it and talk about it happening again.
Charles Booker says he thinks Paul's decision is wrong. He says he thinks voters should be able to hear from the candidates on the same stage debating issues that we face in Kentucky.
Because I know how it's an affront to the democratic process. If you are running for office, you should make your case about why you believe your vision is best suited for the people.
Booker on Twitter said that this is, quote, a pitiful and offensive excuse to avoid a political debate, end quote. He also adds that in no way do I condone or encourage violence. A group of people are looking for solutions to rising levels of domestic violence. The Kentucky Association for Professional African American Women held a town hall about this issue yesterday. Domestic violence has taken 11 Lexingtonians' lives this year alone. At last night's meeting, the panel said that if you want to stop the violence, you've got to be proactive and teach people how to prevent it.
As a woman of faith, as a clergy person, yes, yes, it is my belief that prayer changes things. Right. But I also know that feet walk, right? And you just don't pray about walking, you got to walk.
And we have information about how to attend future meetings and to hold your own conversation on our website, lex18.com. Turning to our weather now, still a warm fall day today. It's going to be warmer tomorrow before rain moves in and cools us down. Storm Tracker forecaster Bain Froney joins me now with your first look at your forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be another beautiful day for us here. Lots of sunshine. Warmer temperatures are going to be on the way this afternoon as well. We're going to see a little bit more cloud cover today than what we saw the past couple days, but still still a lot of that sunshine is going to be coming through the next couple of hours here. Looking at our current temperatures, upper 60s right now over in Lexington, low 70s over in Richmond, seeing 66 right now over in London. So everyone's starting to feel those 60s. We're going to warm up to the upper 70s later on. Over the next couple of hours, though, we're not going to see much going on. Right now on radar, staying nice and clear. We do have some potential showers and some storms more so to the west of us. But again, we're really going to stay dry for mostly for the next couple of hours, next couple of days. But then we're going to see that rain coming through. We'll talk about that in just a couple minutes. Over the next couple of hours for your day, though, temps are going to climb to the mid to upper 70s around 4 o'clock. And then we'll be cooling right back down to the low 60s around dinner time. So it'll be nice and cool and calm evening ahead as well. For today, though, dry and warm. And then we're going to continue to warm up tomorrow. Going to be a little bit warmer than what we're going to see today. And then we're going to cool down pretty quickly and also see some much needed rain chances as well. Looking at our drought monitor here, pretty much everyone in central Kentucky is under that dry condition. So really need some of that rain. And the good news is it's on its way heading into Wednesday and our Thursday. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes.
Thank you. Well, you can expect to pay more to heat your home this winter. That's because starting in November, OPEC Plus says it will cut production by 2 million barrels of oil a day. Experts believe that this is going to drive up demand and also the price for gas. It comes as the National Energy Assistance Directors Association says more than 20 million families, or about 1 in 6 American families, are behind on utility bills. If you're one of those people, there is help. You can call your energy company directly and ask for assistance. Local nonprofits also have programs to help pay energy bills, like the Community Action Council here in Lexington, the Bluegrass Community Action Partnership, which serves other central Kentucky counties.
All somebody has to do is qualify, and that at least frees up a little extra money for them to have that money for food or, medicine or whatever the case may be.
You can start applying to their assistance program on November 7th. The Lexington Assistance Program will open applications in the coming months as well. Details on how to apply and who qualifies are posted right now on LEX18.com. Kentucky's biggest city is being given the opportunity to try out a new app. Louisville is one of 8 places across the country where an app that can help you give money to a homeless person on the street without having an uncomfortable interaction. For the app to work, creators are in the city looking for 100 of the city's homeless people to sign up. They display their picture, their story, the amount of money they need, and why. One Louisville partner to the creator of the app says that it could lead to more personal connections between Louisville's homeless population who want to help.
People have come back to us and said that Samaritan has played a life-changing part in their journey out of homelessness. So maybe we've shortened their time on the streets from, 12 months to 6 months or 3 months to 1 month.
Far nationally, over 1,000 homeless people have participated in the app. Samaritan, that's what it's called, reports that 60% have made improvements to their lives. An 88-year-old Western Kentucky woman took a giant leap of faith in memory of her late son. Jamie Mays has this story from Elizabethtown.
It's never too late in life to reach new heights.
Life is what you make of it.
And at 88 years old,
am I going to be sitting on there?
Yes, ma'am.
Bernadette Fife has never soared higher.
I've never tackled anything like this before, and it's interesting.
Now she's taking a 10,000-foot plunge at Skydive Kentucky in Elizabethtown in honor of her son, Bobby Lynch. He died in a car crash in 1979. In May, he would have celebrated 6 decades of life.
We miss him. We think of him every day. He was 16 years old, just prime of getting ready to live life.
Out of Fife's 5 living children, 4 of them have skydived for their 60th birthday. Her son says this is more than a thrill. It's a chance to connect with family.
I mean, with me being in Florida most of the year and stuff like that, we don't have the connection like everybody up here does. When it's homecoming, it's homecoming.
Although Bobby Lynch isn't there for the reunion, he's still a part of the celebration.
I mean, he's up there now, and we're going to get closer to him when we jump.
Fife says each jump is a reminder to cherish time while you're living.
We don't get out and see things at times and that, and just to get out and enjoy.
And never let age get in the way of your goal.
That was Jamie Mays reporting there. A blind pilot on a journey across the country is now in the bluegrass. 21-year-old Kaya Armstrong is legally blind and landed in Louisville yesterday. She is flying from Phoenix to Washington, D.C., making stops along the way to raise awareness about vision loss. Armstrong spent months learning to fly so she could complete the trip. She says flying feels like a dream, and she is working to prove limitations don't exist.
It's amazing just knowing that by the end of this, everybody's going to know that we don't have limits. The only limits that we have in our lives are the ones we've given ourselves.
Armstrong is expected to leave Louisville tomorrow to continue her journey to the nation's capital. Back to Bowling Green, one man is also spreading awareness in Kentucky, and it's because October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. And the one man traveling to all 50 states is raising awareness for this cause. Rodney Smith Jr. is the founder of the nonprofit Raising Men and Women Lawn Care Service. In every state, Smith is meeting with one family and mowing their lawn. He hopes a special trip and the strip of lawn that they mowed together can help raise awareness for Down syndrome.
I've raised about $20,000 for different causes. So whatever cause I mow for, I have a customized lawnmower for that cause. So for this up-and-coming 1450 state mowing tour, I'm mowing for breast cancer and Down syndrome. So I have 2 customized lawnmowers that are for those causes, and I'll auction them off and give up 100% of those funds to organizations associated with those causes.
And this year marks the 14th year he has done this. And you're positively LEX 18. It is safe to say that the oldest living Kentucky Derby winner has many fans. Today, we're seeing how Silver Charm is making an impact outside the racetrack. The iconic racehorse is living his retirement at Old Friends Farm in Georgetown. That doesn't mean he is done doing good. This week, the farm auctioned off one of Silver Charm's halters on eBay. The auction aimed to benefit retired racehorses in the Caribbean. The nonprofit Caribbean Thoroughbred Aftercare still needs help after Hurricane Fiona made landfall in Puerto Rico this September.
There's vet wrap and bandages and again, just cash so they can get more hay to keep these horses going and save them from a bad situation. I think it's a great idea to have everybody donate whatever they can to help them.
The halter went for nearly $850 online. That is not the final amount going to the charity. Old Friends founder Michael Blowen says the winning bidder pledged to donate more money to that nonprofit as well. The start of the UK basketball season is just around the corner, and now we know what the Cats will look like when they wear all blue. Head coach John Calipari took to Twitter to announce the new look the 2022-23 Cats will use for road games. As you can see, no more checkerboard on that uniform. And if you remember, they also released their home white uniform earlier last month. The Cats, both the men's and women's team, will be taking the Rupp Arena floor for the first time this year on Friday. That's for Big Blue Madness. That event is at 7 p.m. Storm Tracker forecaster Bain Froney will be back to tell us when you might need an umbrella this week. Plus, we'll break down why electric cars could be putting more confused drivers on the road. LEX 18 News at 12:30 is back after this.
World-class fun built for a world-class event. Music, food, art, family walks, and horse farm tours. It's all part of the Breeders' Cup Festival in and around the Bluegrass. Go to breederscupfestival.com to learn more about this full week of excitement. Most events are free and take place in and around downtown. Join in on the excitement to celebrate the return of the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland with the Breeders' Cup Festival 2022.
Singing with me today. Let's hear it for Sam Smith. Next, Kelly.
Today at 2 on LEX 18.
The nursing home abuse signs you need to look for include bed sores, broken bones, dehydration, and malnutrition. Hughes & Coleman is here to provide the legal help your family needs.
Control starts with a call to Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
in the game with Zaxby's all-new loyalty program, Zax Rewards. Eat, earn, rack up the points. The more you do, the more rewards to choose from. Sign up for Zax Rewards and score a free Big Zax snack meal. Zaxby's. Download the app and get your game on.
Hi, Shane Huffman with the Neil Huffman Automotive Group, where currently we have hundreds of pre-owned vehicles, all aggressively priced, coming with our 3-year certified maintenance. You can visit us today at neilhuffman.com. Huffman has it.
The Ageless Center has 40 years of results. Stephanie lost over 130 pounds, 170 inches, and is no longer pre-diabetic or hypertensive. Call the Ageless Center at 859-335-1330 today.
Woodford County is your destination for fun fall activities this October. Go on a pumpkin train ride through scenic horse country, or bring the family out to Eckert's Orchard for fall treats and entertainment all season long. Visit reservewoodford.com for your guide to fall fun.
LEX 18, honored with the Regional Emmy for Community Excellence.
An estimated 5 million elders are abused or injured in nursing homes each year.
If you suspect that your loved one has been abused in a nursing home, control starts with a call. Hughes and Coleman, 800-800-4600.
We've got another sunny day with blue skies, but Bain, we've maybe got some changes headed our way, right?
Yeah, definitely some big changes, not only with our temperatures, but also some much needed rain is going to be on the way. We'll talk about that in just a couple minutes, but looking outside, it's going to be a beautiful day. Plenty of sunshine, a little bit more cloud cover than what we saw the past couple of days, but still it's going to be beautiful out there, dry and warm today. As we head further into Wednesday, it's going to warm up even more, and then we're going to cool right back down and get some of those rain chances as well. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Let's see what we're feeling right now. Currently upper 60s over in Lexington, low 70s right now over in Richmond, and we're all going to be warming up into the upper 70s later on this afternoon. Looking over Kentucky, not much going on, but to the west, we are seeing a little bit of that rain and some of those storms as well. That's not us for today, but could be us heading into tomorrow. Over the next few hours here for your day, temperatures are going to climb to the mid to upper 70s around 4 o'clock. That'll be our highs for today, and then we'll cool right back down to the low 70s around dinner time, and then back into the upper 50s. Now, we do have a little bit of a roller coaster coming through the next couple of days in regards to our temperatures. Once again, we're going to be climbing to the low 80s heading into our Wednesday, and then we're dropping right back down to the low 60s as a cold front comes through, and then we're warming right back up heading into next week. So get ready for some up and downs. Taking a look at our average temperatures for this time of year, though, usually our normal lows are in the upper 40s. It was definitely chillier than that earlier this morning, but our highs were actually going to be above average for today. Our highs are usually in the low 70s, so a little bit warmer than what we're used to for this time of year. Over the next couple of hours, though, we are going to see a little bit more cloud cover for today. And then as we head further into the rest of our week and into Wednesday, that's when our rain chances are really going to start to pick up. Some partly cloudy skies as well. As we head further into Wednesday as well as heading into Thursday morning, that cold front's going to make its way through, giving us plenty of shower and storm chances, which we could really use, and also giving us some much cooler temperatures as well, back into the low 60s. Some cooler mornings are definitely going to be ahead for us there, so get ready for that. Probably want to grab the jacket as well. Now, taking a look at what we're going to be seeing for our wind speeds. Our winds today are going to be nice and died down, but heading into tomorrow, our wind gusts could really start to pick up as that cold front comes through. About 15 to 20 mile per hour wind speeds, could see gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So a little bit of a windier day heading into our Wednesday as well. Now, I do want to mention our severe risk here for some of those storms and showers. As of right now, we're just pretty much in that marginal risk. So right now, probably if you see any of those storms, it's not going to be anything severe as of right now. So we'll keep a close eye on it, of course, when it comes through. But over the next few days, those rain chances are going to start to dwindle down Wednesday into Thursday, and we'll stay nice and dry. That is until we head into Sunday at the beginning of next week as well. Again, we really need these rain chances because looking at our drought monitor here, most areas in central Kentucky are in that dry range. So we really need some of that rain. And looking at what we've been seeing the past couple of weeks and last month we only got about 1.5 inches. This month we're only seeing, well, none. We haven't gotten any rain yet this October. On average, usually in September we get 3.5 inches, and usually in October at least 1 inch. So we really need it. We're a little bit behind schedule for that rain coming through. Looking at our normal temperatures though over the next couple of days, we're going to see a little bit of a roller coaster like I I mentioned. Some warmer temps, and then we're going to cool back down, then get warm again, and then heading into next week, as we could really see a pretty big cool down heading into Tuesday and Wednesday. So get ready. Don't put away the coats and the jackets just yet. You might need them heading into the next couple of days, heading into next week. But let's take a look at what you're going to see over the next week here. Temperatures once again going to climb to the upper 70s today, then the low 80s tomorrow, and then those rain chances really start to pick up Wednesday afternoon into Thursday morning, and then we're cooling right back down just in time for the weekend.
Okay, Bane, thanks so much. Still ahead here at 12:30. It might not be Halloween yet, but we're already getting some early sales projections for the Christmas shopping season. We'll tell you these early trends economists are seeing before the holiday shopping season begins. More LEX 18 News at 12:30 right after this.
Missing teeth? Tired of dentures? We can help. Call now to receive custom dental implants. Dental Concepts and Implant Center offers modern care and the latest technology to help you regain your smile and enjoy your favorite foods again. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
Looking to remodel your shower or bath this fall? Well, look no further, because West Shore Home can help you install that new shower or bath before the Thanksgiving holiday. Hey everybody, Joe here with BJ Worzen from West Shore Home. BJ, tell us about this promotion.
That's right, Joe. I know a lot of people that are looking to get that bath remodeled before the guests start arriving for Thanksgiving. So we're going to do something really special. First, we're going to do 50% off the installation on any shower or bath project. Second, if you place that order this week, we will guarantee install by Thanksgiving, or we'll give you the entire project for free.
Wow, so you're not kidding. Guaranteed install by Thanksgiving, or the complete project is free. That's incredible, because a lot of bath companies, they're taking 3 to 4 months to complete that bath remodel. Okay, BJ, what bath projects are popular right now?
So our most popular style right now is the laser etch tile. Let's take a look. This gives it a real modern, sharp look and breathes new life into the bathroom. All of our shower and bath projects come with grab bars, shelves. You can get a built-in seat if you like, even a shower door. And then one more. Here we're able to take this high step-over tub and replace it with an easy access shower for a safer bathing experience. And remember, Joe, all of these projects are completed in just one day.
Those are beautiful showers, and those styles with the tile, those are my absolute favorite.
We also have some great financing going on right now. Anybody that calls us today, we're going to do no payments and no interest for 2 full years. So that means anybody that moves forward with a project won't have to worry about paying anything until the end of 2024.
Wow. So you can get a custom bath or shower, 50% off installation, and not make any payment for 2 full years. Incredible. BJ, thanks so much, folks. If you need that new shower or bath, call the experts at West Shore Home now. Set up that free consultation, and when you do, take advantage of this great offer. Get 24 months of no payments and no interest financing, plus 50% off installation on all showers and baths, and get your project installed by Thanksgiving, or you heard BJ, your complete project is free. This offer won't last long, so call West Shore Home now.
Hi, I'm Lily, and it's my birthday. My favorite place to visit with my best friend Basil is Southern Barker. Mom always finds me the perfect treat, and my favorite place to sniff is the Barker Bar. Yum! Everyone there is always so happy to see me and helps me find my favorite all-natural food and treats. Basil loves the clothes and fancy collars. No birthday would be complete without toys, and they have the best. Don't forget about the cake. They have it all. Southern Barker, reserved for the dog.
Missing teeth? Tired of dentures? We can help. Call now to receive custom dental implants. Dental Concepts and Implant Center offers modern care and the latest technology to help you regain your smile and enjoy your favorite foods again. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
The Kentucky Lottery, over $4.4 billion in grants and scholarships. You're watching LEX 18 News at 12:30.
Gas prices are on the rise again. A gallon of regular gas could hit $4 in most of the country this week. It's already there in a number of states. That's the bad news, but there is also some good news. Prices might not stay there long. The recent rise, up 12 cents over last week, comes after news of OPEC's decision to cut production. But keep in mind, several West Coast refineries have been offline because of accidents or maintenance. And now that they're up and running, even in the face of the OPEC announcement, the rise of gas in western states is already falling. So experts say that if you see $4 a gallon gas this week, you can expect it to drop back down by next week. Meanwhile, Kentucky's current average is about $3.52. Lexington is about 10 cents lower, around $3.42 a gallon. Amazon is planning to invest nearly $1 billion in electric vehicles for its European fleet. The company says the investment is part of its goal to produce net zero carbon emissions by 2040. It would also increase Amazon's fleet from 3,000 to at least 10,000 electric delivery vans by 2025 and more than 1,500 long-haul electric trucks. Well, this new investment comes as new research suggests that some drivers could be putting too much trust in their self-driving cars. That's according to research released Tuesday by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Researchers found 53% of GM drivers, 42% of Tesla drivers, and 12% of Nissan drivers were comfortable letting the system drive without watching what was happening on the road. And though automakers have cautioned drivers about their limits, researchers say some people still have a poor understanding of the technology's limits. If you're looking for a good deal leading into the holidays, you are in luck. According to Adobe Analytics, consumers are going to see a sharp increase in discounts this Christmas season. That is due to inventory growth and a decrease in supply chain issues, plus the pinch on consumers' wallets. Adobe says that you'll find the best discounts right around Thanksgiving with Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The company is also forecasting a stark slowdown in consumer spending for the remainder of the year. Coming up, we've got your pet of the day from the Lexington Humane Society. We'll meet Prue Preek up next.
Shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Prices slashed on fine Italian gold jewelry, pearl jewelry, sterling silver, and all estate jewelry. Huge discounts on beautiful diamond solitaires and designer engagement rings.
Don't miss this sale.
Shop 11 Castle locations or thecastlejewelry.com.
I was suffering from chronic long-term back pain. Spinal decompression has been so easy. It's enabled me to do the things that I used to do and enjoy pain-free. And the staff and doctors here are fantastic.
Pick up the phone and give us a call to see if decompression therapy can help you.
No way that our police could have prevented what happened.
It's not the police. It's a lack of leadership. Mayor Gordon's crime policies aren't working. She's stuck in the past and refuses to adapt. While other cities' murder rates go down, Lexington's is up 30% from last year. I'm David Kloiber. I don't have all the answers, but I'll work with community leaders and experts, and I'll listen to them. As mayor, I'll help build a safe and affordable Lexington.
Hey everybody, it's me, Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical is back. Don't miss Hairspray.
Tickets at nortoncenter.com.
The face of addiction tells many stories. How did this start? Why keep doing this? When will this end? At Addiction Recovery Care, we're not here to judge, we're here to help. Our comprehensive addiction treatment model has rescued thousands of people, and it can rescue you too. Scan our QR code or call the number on the screen to begin you or your loved one's journey out of addiction.
Shop the Castle's biggest sale ever.
Prices slashed on beautiful engagement rings and all new and estate jewelry. The Castle will loan money on almost anything of value. When there's too much month at the end of the money, the Castle will help.
If you need a loan,
There's no hassle at the Castle.
NBC's hit drama series La Brea is back.
We're gonna find a way back home together. Whatever it takes.
Go!
How much pain are you in right now? I know that you're worried about getting this surgery.
I understand. Your hands are your everything. It's gonna be okay.
LEX 18's Pet of the Day, sponsored by Southern Barker, reserved for the dog.
We are wrapping up LEX 18 News at 12:30 with our Pet of the Day. Caitlin Madsen with the Humane Society joins us with Prue Preek. So tell us about this little cuddle bunny you've got there.
She is so sweet. Prue Preek is a sweet little bunny who was found as a stray here in Lexington. We aren't sure of her exact age, but we do think that she is pretty young because she's quite small, as you can see, but we have seen her get bigger even since she's come up for adoption. She is extremely affectionate, happy to be held for as long as you want, and would make a great family pet.
Oh, how sweet. You can find Prue Preek at the Humane Society's main adoption center on Old Frankfort Pike. Thanks for joining us here at 12:30. Our next newscast is at 4. Have a good afternoon.
LEX 18, streaming local news 24/7. Search for LEX 18 on your device.